guys have 2 initiative slots at the top of the order.
I can take the first one because I can kill the guy next to the Bothan.
Seems reasonable. And I can try and run up. I don't know if I might have to try and kill the other 2, and then it's like a race against time to get to the last dude.
Okay, so I mean, essentially, what begins this is like these 2 guys reach the edge of the hangar.
Then I guess I'll go first. It doesn't really matter because you're going to shoot from stealth anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're close range, right? Because we're like right at the bottom of this hill from them. Mm-hmm. They're close range. I am going to use auto fire on the heavy blaster.
Okay.
So basically what auto fire does is it increases the difficulty by 1 purple die, but I can spend 2 advantages to shoot a second person. And it counts as, and it's the same, yeah.
Well, you can choose whether you shoot the same guy.
Yeah, that's true. I could shoot him twice. But deals base damage plus the number of uncancelled successes on both of them. They can to the target or to other targets. If the attacker wishes to hit multiple targets, you must decide to do so before making the check.
And don't forget that you guys have destiny points as well, if you want to.
And does that downgrade the difficulty, or is that upgrades like from a green to a yellow, right?
I believe that upgrades. That will upgrade. You can choose to upgrade 1 additional green to yellow. You might also be able to choose to instead to lower the difficulty. You know what? I'll go check.
We're gonna learn today. Anyway. And I will aim. And I will auto fire. Come on, at least 2 advantages. Be sick if there's like, what's going on? A rain of bullets and just blast off of them.
Yes, you guys can spend them to upgrade a check you make, to upgrade the difficulty of a check an enemy makes.
So I guess I want to try and
some special abilities and talents
give us the best chance to take them both out. So I'm going to use 1 to upgrade this green to another yellow.
Okay.
And roll it. 2 success, 2 advantage. So I'll spend the 2 advantage for auto fire, and it'll be 12 damage to both of them.
Okay. Those guys aren't using the stat block. Those guys are using the stat block, which means they did.
Okay. So I auto fire and just blast a line across the top of the ridge as they crest it and just blast both of them. I'm gonna be like, don't let the Bothan, don't let the Bothan escape.
It is now the second of your guys' initiative slots.
So my turn.
If you'd like to take it.
Could he get to like? How close of range would he be able to get?
He wouldn't be able to get like
adjacent.
Within melee range. Yeah.
But could he get to close range to the Bothan and the other guy?
I mean, he'd be able to get to the top of the slope, which would put him at... Yeah, I'd put him at short range.
Short range with them? Because then if he goes next, he could try and stun setting with it. Your blaster pistol is a stun setting, right? He could try and stun the Bothan.
Yeah.
That gives us...
Yeah.
And I mean, they still don't know where you're at, so...
Fair enough.
It might end with him like running up the hill, stunning him, and the other dude blasting you and putting you down again. But
it's true.
What do we think? I just don't want this guy to get on the ship and run to the hills.
Yeah.
Because it's we got 1.
There's 2 guys left up there.
Yeah, we got 1 turn before theirs.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys have the first 2 slots and the last slot. I suppose I can completely remove this slot on account of how the people using it just got murdered.
Yeah, I'll run after Jazz stun the boss.
Yeah.
The Boston.
All right.
The boss.
Stunning up the Boston.
Stunning up the Boston.
Yeah. So that's.
All right. I'll go last.
That's what I
He's
do.
cool.
Stunning up the Boston.
Stunning up.
What did this triumph do? Did it do anything on my west? Or on my?
On your initiative? No, not really.
Okay. Well, I go ahead and just do the with the
So
stun
anyway,
setting.
he
Okay,
starts
that'll
blazed.
that'll be just one difficulty, since you're at close range,
Okay.
or short range, and it'll be whatever your like ranged is.
No sleep. Bothan.
Nothing happens again.
Nothing happens.
Every time I go to stun people, I still go up and I'm like,
your blaster doesn't actually have a stun
Well,
setting.
you run up.
You just wanna go,
You
stun!
fire. You run up. You
Yeah,
fire with.
stun.
You run up. You fire with the stun setting, and I don't know, because it looks cinematic or something. You like hit like a little crate off of a bigger crate next to him. You know what I mean? Like he sort of moves out of the way, and you send this little crate sort of spinning across the room.
I better not get killed again.
Oof.
Here's 2 shots coming at you.
Oh god.
With blaster pistols, not with
We killed the hired guns. These are just
blaster rifles,
scumbags.
like the other guys.
It's close range. There's basically no chance they hit you. I'm sorry I recommended this if you die. You shouldn't die, but...
Well, that shot does miss.
Days!
How do they want to spend all of this many advantage?
So much advantage. Wow. That is impressive that missed.
It is,
Because it's 3 green and 1 purple, but one green did nothing. 1 green gave an advantage. The other green gave 2 advantage, and the 1 purple gave 2 fails.
So what he does is so you come running up and like take a shot at Bar, and it misses, and Bar kind of quick draws and shoots a blaster out of your hand.
Oh.
Ooh.
So now it's the other guy.
Quickest gun in the West.
So now it's the other guy, the exact same roll on the exact same target.
With the exact same result. Not, he
Still
also missed.
Someone else.
2 more
He'll
advantages.
add a
It's just
Jesus.
he'll give you you'll have a black setback die on your next check.
okay.
Whatever that is. And it comes to the last of
Take out his buddy.
your guys' initiative order. Essentially,
Okay,
you guys
so-
get 3 turns in a row now,
Yeah.
because you guys have the last slot and the
And the
first
next
2.
2.
So it is boxes.
So, okay, so I'm going
And
to take
Bar
aim
is
at the
running
guy.
for the ship.
hanger.
Okay, now
He can get, like,
we have a
double
choice here. Should I kill the guy, or should I take out Bar, or at least stop Bar, like incapacitate him to where he's on the ground? Like, I don't kill him.
I don't know
Like, I
if
can
we're
probably-
really able to call shots like that. Mechanically in the system.
No?
Really? It's not quite like Savage Worlds where
You can target them.
where you can like
You-
really
you
target
just-
specific body parts. It's a
just
little
more of what
harder to do that.
Is he like on board the ship yet, or he's just making a break?
He's like made it. He's very much like this picture of Han Solo that I just randomly flipped to, where
He's,
he's
like,
he's
walking
made it.
up.
He's like made it. He's like on the ramp.
But that will still be like within short range of the top of this,
yes,
because it's all one cave. I can just take the
Okay,
next turn and try and stun him if you want to kill his friend. I think there's a
Okay,
decent
yeah,
chance
I'll
I
kill-
stun him.
Okay, I'll kill the friend and I'll take aim, so I get the blue, and then with my scope, it's a medium range, so it's 2 purple, right? Okay.
that is exactly how that counts.
Well, his friend's dead. 2 successes, a threat, and a triumph.
What are you using? Heavy blaster.
Yeah.
So that's 10 plus 13.
Total of 13. He looks like he is almost dead.
Whoa, that's
like,
pretty impressive. These guys aren't a joke.
Like, if you'd hit that guy literally any harder,
He seems to be holding on by but a single thread.
If you felt like attaching a number to something that would, to life, which doesn't have a number, unless you're us sitting around the table, he might be essentially to 1.
Wow.
Yeah, that he does. He seems to have gotten the. I think that enemy got the point.
I can't believe he didn't die. 2 successes and a triumph?
You can spin the triumph.
That's
Right?
true. You can spend the triumph. You could actually give him a critical injury if you want, because he didn't go down.
Who else
Sure,
has
we'll give him the critical
well-
injury. Why not?
Create any ally character's next check. The connect character do something vital such as shooting the controls. What if you could do something vital such as shooting the controls of nearby blast doors to seal them shut or something like that?
Instead of doing any damage.
No, they can suspend a triumph to. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna
That makes sense.
I'm gonna rule that as like, instead of doing damage to that guy, you could like, target a control panel or something instead if you wanted.
I don't know if that's really relevant. I mean, they can't close the door behind him if he runs up to the ship. Negate the target enemy's defense position.
So pretty much I could halt the getaway at this point. If I were to change that.
You could make him drop his weapon too. Because you can spend 3 advantage or a triumph to make him. You could do the damage still and make him drop his weapon.
Upgrading any allied character's next check isn't bad either.
Upgrading, would that mean?
That's going from a green to a yellow.
That does help me, make sure I stun the dude.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take. So I can still do the damage on that guy. I'm gonna upgrade Apex's next stun shot on Bar to a yellow.
Okay.
Which means here comes the boom.
It
This
is-
should be very unlikely.
It is.
for me to fail.
You gotta stop saying
Should
that
be
out loud.
nearly
It is
impossible.
Back to the top of the initiative order.
I will rush up.
Okay.
Unless there's, I think I was the first one last time. Yeah.
Well, you guys,
We choose.
you choose every round.
I would like to stun this guy. I'm gonna run up and I'm aim and I'm gonna stun him.
Okay.
And I'm at close range. It should be very unlikely to have a chance even of failing. 3 success, 1 advantage. So that'll be 13 stun.
Okay.
Is he stunned?
He
Number 1 stunner.
he does the thing I always like to talk about playing Mountain Blade, where like, the leader of the enemy faction comes running up the ladder during a siege, and you hit him in the face with a ranged weapon, and he rolls all the way back down the ladder. So he kind of runs up onto the ramp of the ship, and then like sort of just like goes down there and sort of slides a little bit partway back down the ramp. So there's just one almost deadman.
I will give, with my advantage, I'll give you a blue on your next check. You are 1 range band away from him, and he doesn't have a weapon. Or no, you gave me the bonus with that. So,
Which is interesting because I actually have a black on my.
on your next
you do
one,
have
too.
a black on
So,
your
I
next
So you have
check.
a black and a blue.
And a black and a blue. Okay.
And he shot the blaster out of your hand.
But you are 1 range band away from him.
So
Right, but moving is a maneuver, and readying a weapon is a maneuver.
So I won't be able to get to him in close range. Or
You could get to him.
melee
You won't be
range.
able to. You could get to him and throw a punch. You couldn't get to him and hit him with the gaffy stick.
Right.
all you need is
well,
a
all I
punch.
gotta do is throw a punch.
Yeah.
So wait.
You
mean,
just
yeah, you
you
can-
do like a flying elbow drop on this guy's brain.
Did Apex stun Bar?
Yeah, I stunned him.
Okay.
With your bonus, I was rolling 3 yellows and a blue against 1 purple. So there was a very tiny chance that I
Yeah,
could
you can
make
you
that
can absolutely get
happen.
up to him. It's just one. It's just 1 purple to. 1 purple and a brawl check if you want to
Purple
just
on the brawl.
if you want to just deck him.
I believe he's holding on by but a single thread, so
Brawl is the one right there.
and And
a purple.
one purple, one black, and one blue.
So many dices. One success, one advantage.
Are you just trying to knock him out, or are you trying to kill him?
I'm trying to kill him.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. No mercy, no.
He like throat punches this poor guy. Breaks his damn throat. Snap you. Did you just like run up and just snap his neck?
Go! Initiative is over.
No, I just go stop.
Hammer time.
The
Death time.
The slight echoes of blaster fire in this cave die away. Congratulations! I really thought Haas was going down that fight. Somehow,
really.
two people
I don't know how
missed.
they both missed. That was
really.
that was classic Star Wars though, where like the bad guys suddenly miss shots they have no business missing.
The force was strong with Haas.
That's
in
right.
That moment.
I put my magna cuffs on the Bothan.
Okay.
First things first. Put his hands behind his back. We'll look over him. Take all of his stuff out of his pockets and whatnot. What all does he have on him?
Let me go through this. I mean, he would have a blaster pistol.
Yeah.
The like heavy clothing.
We won't make him be naked, I guess.
Comlink. Probably a Sabak deck.
Anyone want a Sabak deck?
I don't know what that does. It's like a game.
It's like the card game.
I'm good. Yeah.
I mean,
It's space poker.
we'll take it on board the ship for a fun game to play when we're
Okay,
flying around.
Are we gonna like search ship?
Oh yeah, we're gonna search everything.
And then maybe also
100%.
steal a ship and then sell it.
Possibly.
I think we could.
We could.
Reasonably.
Reasonably.
What kind of ship you got?
It'd be a little like Corellian light freighter.
So we'll search through the cave, see
Okay.
what all's inside of here.
Does not seem to be anything here like as far as like whatever he was smuggling is probably not here anymore. You guys would find one crate of blaster rifles.
Okay.
Like, seems like it was probably part of a military shipment at some point. That seems to be like most of them that were armed with blaster rifles. This is probably where they got them.
Okay.
And even then, like tallying the ones that like all the ones that you got, there's probably still a couple missing.
Okay.
There's not. You guys don't find just like a big bag full of credits or anything lying around.
I think we should go on board the ship and look it over.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty basic smuggler's rig.
I'd like to find the smuggling department that I assume is on board this ship.
Make a daunting perception check.
You guys want to look for it too? 4 purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daunting.
Sure.
Sure. What is it? It's a daunting. What?
Daunting perception.
Okay.
2 successes, 5 threats.
You find it. It's a bomb.
Jesus. Literally, look at these dice. Success, success. Good lord.
2 threats.
Okay.
1 failure, 2 threats.
1 failure, 2 threats. Okay. So what happens? This is fun. So what happens is
5 threats.
you're like, well, like I'm familiar with the ones in our ship, and I somehow managed to find them in like an experimental Imperial ship, so I know what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, think like a smuggler, and you're like, this is probably it here, and you have the brief thought of like, I'm a security expert, I should probably check for traps, but you've got 2 jokers that are like, open it. So you open it without looking for traps, and you do trigger something that seems to you do open it. It is empty, and you sort of immediately get a like, but it's empty except for a like you flip it open and there's this little screen in the lid that immediately just starts a countdown.
Run away!
I guess we ain't selling that shit.
Get Bar and run.
Yeah, run and scoop up the Bothan on the way out. We gotta move, boys! I found it! Damn! If only I'd failed, that would have been something.
As you guys are running away from this like cave turned hangar, this little smuggler port, the explosion is remarkably underwhelming. It's not like it's not like this huge you're not running away from it. You guys have to dive out of the cave. It's like
We turn around.
it's like it pretty much damages the ship enough that you're like, damn, we're not flying this thing out of here. But it's like you're expecting like an explosion, and it's just like really underwhelming.
Aww.
Yeah,
No
I would have to
dinner
go
in.
shoot something just to give myself some excitement.
That's just disappointing.
The only thing threatened is my excitement.
So in a slightly in a slightly more somber mood, I assume you all return. Although solid question here. How do you get this unconscious Bothan back to your guys' ship?
I think Haas.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is a good point. Haas has to drag him back to the bike, and then we just tape him to the front spoke of the not spoke, whatever you call that, the bar that goes straight. We just strap him mummy style to the front of that.
I mean, I could.
Oh.
I could go to the bike and I'd fly the ship over. And you guys just stick with the Bothan until I get back.
Or another idea here, we just strap him to a crate or something, because my bike has the tractor beam thing on the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
So we could just tie him to a
Technically,
crate.
that's for a hover sled.
Can it hook to anything else, or does it have to be a hover sled?
I mean, you could probably hook to something else, but you don't know how high his chances of survival would be.
All right, go fly to the ship and come get us. You drive to the ship, and Haas and I'll hang out here with the Bothan.
He wakes up while Baxas is gone, and sort of immediately begins the whole look, cut me loose, I can pay you. Don't take me back to the hut. That whole speech.
I don't know which hut this is, but I'm pretty sure I know which hut this is, and I don't think you can pay me more than he will hurt me if I don't bring you back right now. You and I both
We're
know.
already in debt to a hut once. So
I'm
worth
not.
it to be
Yeah.
in debt again.
I mean, he just essentially continues the same. It's like every couple of minutes, it's just like, what about this?
I smack him. And just do, shut up, you.
Okay.
In spooky mode.
So I get
if
the
he-
ship, come
if-
back.
If he keeps talking, I'm just gonna sigh and just pick the blaster back up and stun him again.
Okay. Baxas, you return with the ship. The Bothan is still stunned.
I really stunned him
It's
good
like,
that
oh,
first
look
time,
at
for sure.
He was stunned when you left. He's stunned when you return.
Yeah,
You do use
I'm
those
just
again?
like, wow, what kind of stun setting is on that blaster? I need to get that on
A
mine.
repeatedly used one.
You guys can load him up.
Back to Tatooine.
Back
Back to Tatooine we go.
Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley.
We'll just... We don't have a lockup spot in our ship, really. He probably just gets thrown in a corner somewhere and we take turns watching him.
Okay. He does. I mean,
Yeah.
we will wake up on the journey back. I don't know if you continue to stun him or if you continue
When
to...
I'm on watch, if he talks, I stun him. When it's my turn to be on watch, I walk up to him and I'm going to be like, it's my turn to sit here and stare at you. If you talk, I stun you. And then I stand there.
He doesn't talk that much.
I'm just flying. I'm flying the ship the entire way back, and I just hear that, and I was like, "Oh, so that's why you were still stunned when I got back."
I'm not even gonna have him make the utterly impossible check to try and get out.
Yeah, if
with
you'd
the-
like him to
the-
make, I believe it's
the,
5. It's
magna cuffs or whatever.
whatever the one above daunting is.
So
The 9 impossible.
he
Impossible.
just about. You guys can return to Mos Eisley all in one piece.
All right. So that's.
Are you guys taking? Are you guys taking?
Because are we just gonna? Are we just gonna?
Are you guys? I guess. Did you guys take the crate of blasters, or are you leaving?
I'd say we loaded them up. Might as well.
Yeah, we probably did.
You can unload
a
a mostly full shipment of blasters somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
You should check them out in the street.
It's Moss Eisley. Hand it out to kids. They need it. It's for safety.
Here you go.
Hey kid,
Hey
kid, you want a blaster rifle?
This is not nicely.
And he's like, I already have a heavy blaster rifle. Fair enough, Smort. Good luck.
The kid is sitting on the shoulders of a graffiti painted B2 battle truck.
That's right. Hey, it's my character concept. Don't you still?
True.
One day.
It's an excellent one. So upon informing this contact, he essentially just sends a couple heavies around. Or he will come with a couple of heavies around.
Take
to
your
your guys'
magnet
ship.
cuffs off. Shove the guy at them.
Here you go.
They will take
Enjoy.
They will take custody of a backstabbing, double dealing Bothan, and you guys will take custody of 10,000 credits.
All right. So,
how do we split this?
Dibs on the 3,334 credits.
we could also, if we want, we could do 3,000 a piece and put 1,000 in a ship fund and start saving up for stuff for ship.
You and your ship funds.
Dang. Ship fund.
I won't spend the ship
be
fund.
responsible.
We have 1,000 credits in the bank. There's and it could be kind of a group fund if somebody wants to buy a thing, then they can buy a thing.
Will you once again
pretty
convince
communist
everybody
to me.
to
I don't
spend
know.
the ship fund on a monkey that you can train to steal things?
Are there monkeys in this space?
There's, I don't know,
There's
space
gotta be
monkeys.
space monkeys somewhere.
Space
We
monkey.
can- Hey,
Fair
we
monkey,
can use
monkey.
it- we can spend that to buy a droid that can steal things for us.
A
Ooh,
monkey droid.
that is a fair point. We could buy a droid for the ship. That'd be rad.
That would be rad, actually.
Wow, I can have somebody to talk to when piloting.
I think that we take
You
some.
have somebody to talk to.
I think that we once again take some downtime, if not for Haas to recover.
Yeah, you'll recover one more just on the journey back.
And then in the new, it's a new day. It's
guess
a
you
new
guys would
dawn. It's a
also
new
have
life
found-
for me.
I intended to give this out as loot as well. You guys can get a couple of stim packs out of this.
2.
Yeah.
Let's.
Out of this,
Do you have any boxes? Any stim
No,
packs?
I don't.
You take
All I
one and
have
he
is
take one.
three
I
grenades.
bought a couple, so I still have 2. So you guys need to take one of the stim packs. And I'm gonna make another medicine check on him just for posterity's sake, because you're back to 8.
An 8.
So you're more than half.
Can I
so-
do?
Do you want to mark?
And I don't do shit for
Do you want to mark down somewhere that you guys have a crate of blaster rifles as well?
We have 2 blaster carbines and crate of blaster rifles.
Wait a minute. Two of the blasters in this crate of blaster rifles you sold us were carbines. What are you trying to pull?
That's better-ish. Not really, actually. His blaster rifles are better than blaster. Anyhow,
They just have better range.
so we got 1,000 in ship funds. We should. How about y'all look to sell the blaster rifles, and I'll look at buying a droid, because I think that'd be neat.
Okay.
I don't know if we could buy a droid for 1,000.
That's something that you
of us.
might have to look up online, Erickson.
Okay.
There's not
a bunch.
a ton of stuff for that in a lot of the rule books.
Okay.
It's a little harder to
We're having a little lovable droid site.
Making us do all the grunt work while he gets to go buy a droid. What the fuck?
You better buy us a cool droid.
If he rolls badly, I'm gonna.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go and negotiate the arms deal for us? Would you prefer that?
No,
I'll trade
no,
spots with
no,
you.
no.
I'll come back. Be
I'll
like,
take
I
that.
sold the whole crate.
No,
They
purchasing-
gave me
purchasing droids.
an
Okay,
ass
here we go.
kicking.
There, okay, an antiquated battle droid would be 6,500, which would be fun. An assassin droid, 65,000.
Oh, is it?
Astromech droid, 8,250. Maintenance droid, 7,500. Medical droid, 12,000. Protocol droid, 8,000. I'd rather take the Antiquated Battle Droid over the Protocol Droid myself. Security Droid, 9,600.
I would almost hit. I'm torn between the Battle Droid and the Astromech Droid.
Well, we can't really afford either.
Yeah.
An Antiquated Battle Droid. What exactly will that do for us? I mean, we could have.
There
Does it have
are,
its stats
and I would give you guys option. There are stats for Antiquated Battle Droids, and I would obviously give you guys the option to
customize
modify it, especially since you're all about
I'm all about it.
modifying technology and stuff.
He's got 2 brawn, 2 agility, 1 in everything else. 4 soak, 4 wound threshold. Skills group only. He has ranged heavy. Droid does not need to breathe, eat, or drink against vacuum. Blaster rifle.
But there are specialized models of the original like CIS battle droids. You know, there are like the officer models with upgrade processor units, which would be a little more expensive, as well as like pilot models and stuff like that.
Here's the thing. I think it would be freaking awesome to buy one of these droids. I would love us to have one. Probably can't get the assassin droid. That's a little rich for our blood.
Yeah.
But it would require a combination of people's money.
Yeah, I think
us to be able to afford
whatever,
it?
because you guys could feasibly afford half of the available droids. Not all.
Combined.
Not all.
Yeah.
You couldn't buy half of all available droids. You could, out of this list, half of them are available for purchase with the funds you guys have, but it will require. Any one of them requires like a
I would.
I think that the astromech droid would be useful and is always neat. The maintenance droid is probably not super relevant because I can do the mechanics stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
The medical droid is expensive as hell, so I don't think that. The protocol droid could be useful, but also annoying. The security droid is probably just better Antiquated Battle Droid, but is more expensive, and so there's that.
I vote Astromech.
Everybody loves astromech droids.
Sure.
Sure.
Wait, what was the consensus there? The battle droid or
Astromech? It sounds like, because I said Astromech.
Here's the other thing. The reason I bring up the fact that it's like we're gonna have to combine funds to do that is I want to spend basically every penny I own to buy another augmentation for myself. So I don't really want to chip in right now, if I'm honest.
Hey, I'll chip in for the Astromech. I'd spend almost everything I have to get it. So
We can use the
I'll chip in.
1,000 of quote unquote ship funds, and then it'll be 7,250 left over. However people want to divvy that up. We could.
Haas does not want to give his money.
Astrogation, computers,
he's not-
cool mechanics.
He's not
space.
immovable, but his initial action is, I don't want to spend my money on your shit.
It's our shit.
Sounds pretty communist to me.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. He's just like, that doesn't stand with my values. I earn what I have.
It's we earned what you have. I mean, so hang on. If we were to get the droid and we spent 1,000 on that,
How much money do you have?
I have. So have we already split up what we got from this bounty?
Yeah,
Or
it
is
was
this what we're trying to
3,000
figure?
apiece.
Okay, I have 5,100.
Oh, so 51 plus that'd be 6,100. So
61,
if someone would give you 400 more, you could get the battle droid. And that's it.
The battle droid or the astromech?
The battle droid. It's the cheapest.
Oh.
The battle droid's
Okay.
6,500.
Hmm.
I spend anything if Apex didn't spend anything.
How much is the astromech?
8,250.
Alright, let's hold off. We'll hold off. Because I personally just want an astromech. A battle droid would be cool, but...
It's also like the battle droid's kind of funny, but I don't know how useful it is. Like, it's literally just... It's basically us getting... You know those minions that we shoot and instantly kill all the time in these combats?
pretty much
It's
be
basically us
what we
paying
have.
6,500 to have one of those on our side until we break him. Yeah, we can fix him, I guess. That's true. He can watch out. And we can... Like, it'd be fun to get one of those and, like, augment the hell out of it. And we can, like, just look into other options. I am interested in tracking down a new arm for myself.
Well, he said he was
he's
spending a bunch of time
Experimenting and discovering
while
myself.
you guys were.
Because I am
What kind of things can I buy?
a cyber
Do I
tech.
need to roll? Do I
The
need to do a
cyberneticist.
streetwise for us to find a vendor, or do we just go back to that fence and sell him the blasters?
Oh yeah. Oh, we could sell the shipment of blasters. That might help us afford a battle droid, or a non-battle droid, like a different droid.
That's more or less the first page of the equipment section. If you've got anything, if that sparks any ideas or anything specific you want to buy, I can try and find it in one.
We should try and get you some like hardcore battle armor. That'd be sick.
That would be kind of sick, actually.
You don't, Jared.
Yeah.
You don't know if the fence would be interested in moving a like whole crate of blasters.
Okay.
Ain't far from getting a lightsaber. If I can find one.
About
You could roll a streetwise, but for something like this, it's probably because this isn't just like a handful of blasters. This is like a crate of military grade equipment. It's going to it'd probably be an underworld check to try and like think of somebody who would know. I mean, well, you guys could probably think of a hut who would.
Okay, with that, what difficulty of an underworld check would this be?
Let's do hard.
If I really focus, can I get a blue?
I mean,
just
you
kidding.
guys do have destiny points if you want to upgrade one of your dice into a yellow.
What's the consensus? Because I have 2 green going up against 3 purple for this check. I will only use a destiny point if we all agree to it.
That's up to you. I'm fine with using it if we're trying to unload these.
Yeah,
Okay.
What's the worst?
All right.
No, they're not loaded. That would be very irresponsible. Kick a
All
crate of blasters out of the back of the ship and they all just start fire.
All right, I'll use a destiny point and upgrade one of these to a
The
yellow.
balance is restored.
Okay.
Whew. Oh shit! 1 success, 2 threats.
1 success, 2 threats. Okay.
Fuck.
So did you take any wounds during?
No.
Okay. So this is a couple of days later, so you can heal up another couple of. By the end of this, you'll have healed all. By the end of your guys' downtime, you'll have healed all your wounds. But so this is a couple of days later, as you guys are like trying to figure out. Yeah. So for now, it'll just 2.
Yeah.
As you guys are trying to figure out what to buy and like, what your next move is and stuff like that. And you, Baxas, stop off in in where anybody ends up sooner or later in Mos Eisley, the cantina, having a drink, thinking about like who you know, either like who you know that would buy Crate of Blasters or who you know who would know somebody who would. And as you're trying to figure it out, somebody walks up behind you and claps you on the shoulder, and you turn around to see Dev.
Oh.
And right around the same time, you're like, Dev! You hear somebody else farther along in the cantina yell Dev much more angrily. So like Dev's grinning and he's like, hey, one of the guys who saved my life, and he like claps you on the shoulder, and like you turn around to face him. It's this great moment, right? And you just watch like his face fall as you hear somebody else yell, yell his name as well, much more angrily. Devs turns, makes eye contact with somebody, and just bolts. And somebody else in the cantina takes off after.
Okay, I'll follow him because Dev could probably know, so I'll follow after and see what happens, or see if I could help.
Okay. Pretty much as soon as you guys are out in the street, Dev's just hauling ass. Down the street, you watch like this guy that's running ahead of you goes for a blaster. His back's to you. Okay. He does not notice that you're there, but like pretty much as soon as he's not in a crowded space, he's pulling a blaster on Dev.
Okay. How close am I?
You'd be within short range.
Okay. Would now be a good time for my quick draw?
Yeah.
Okay, so
was this all interactionally with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll quick draw and shoot the guy chasing Dev.
Okay.
Or yeah, and since it's short,
who cares?
so it's just a one. It's just a 1 purple.
It's just a 1, and you can aim too because that's what quick draw lets you do.
Sure, I'll aim as well. Oh, he did. 4 successes.
Oh yeah, he did. He does not see that coming.
So I kill the guy. I shout at Dev and kind of slow him down to catch up with him.
Okay.
Who was that?
So,
who cares?
Fair enough. No, he's a dead man now.
Doesn't matter. So I walk up to Dev and I pretty much ask him what the hell he's doing on Tatooine.
Oh, doing what he's always doing, jumping from one scheme to another.
Okay, alright. So I kind of lay out the situation with these blasters. Like, we did a job, we have a bunch of them, but we're having trouble deciding who we can sell these off to. Does he have somebody we could go to? Or, does he want to take them on? Something?
Well, he'll offer to do you one better. He's got some acquaintances who might be interested in. I mean, they're already like purchasing a number of arms that he's supposed to deliver, but as you can see, he's having a little bit of trouble in port. So, essentially, in thanks for saving his life yet again, he's willing to turn that smuggling contract over to you guys, assuming you have a ship that can transport
we do
some crates of arms. But he can make the arrangements so that, like, the people he's supposed to meet know to expect you and not him.
Okay.
And he can essentially have the arms delivered to your ship, give you guys the coordinates to drop them off, and make all the arrangements so that, like, you guys will get. They'll be expecting you guys, not Dev.
Dev, and okay, and will we be receiving the payments for this on this job?
He's already been paid part of it like for acquiring the arms initially. So you guys will get like the delivery fee.
Okay. How much cargo space do we have on the ship? Like, would we be able to? I feel like we should be able to do it, but I'm not.
I don't know. It's way over there.
What are you
Erickson's book? Is your guys' ship income that's written down under there?
It should be.
Is that another
And
thing?
we do have
Encumbrance capacity 100.
Yeah, you guys will be fine. It's
Okay,
it's a
that-
relatively small. I mean, no arms shipments
It's a-
necessarily small, but like you
It-
guys
it's-
won't be able
it's
to
not-
put it in your smuggler's holds. Like it will have to just be
Oh.
in the hold of your ship. But
Okay. All right, I tell them, okay, send the coordinates, and I'll let Apex and Haas know.
okay, he can do that.
And yeah, pretty much so I use the telecommunicator and let Apex and Haas know what just happened and the fact that we got another job.
Have you already taken the money off for your cybernetic arms?
I haven't yet. I just wanted to make sure I could actually get them. They're
I
a
mean,
rarity
yeah.
of 6.
Normally that increases the price. Make a
Because I can just afford them with my getting them for
make a
half price.
streetwise check to see if you can find the stuff you need out here.
Okay.
On Tatooine, or if you're gonna have to wait on those until you can find.
Let's see how wise I am in the streets.
How much is it gonna cost you?
It's gonna cost me 5,000 of my 5,050.
Ah,
Because it's 10,000 for them typically, but I have half off because I'm a cyberneticist. Streetwise is cunning. What's the difficulty of this cunning?
we'll do hard. I think there are actually rules for finding stuff.
Nope.
based off of
3
rarities,
threats.
but 3 threats.
Hmm.
Nope. You can't find them, and you don't like how some people are looking at you for asking.
Now,
You can
We're
go ahead and,
saying-
you can go ahead and mark off your wounds if you want.
I
you
did
guys will be doing
find
I
a
don't want to.
like Star Wars RPG massive list thing for droids that like list all the different categories and have specific different options for different ones. And there's one that you could pretty easily afford. We could pretty easily afford it now. It's an AC-1 series surveillance droid. It's basically like think Darth Maul's ICAM
yeah, those
droid.
are the little
That
droids.
it has just perception, ranged, light, and stealth, and it has like a little built-in light blaster in it. But it can hover around, blast stuff, and it has weapon and recording equipment attached and can fly around. If you want to have that for bounty hunting,
Yeah, okay.
You
How
can
much
afford
is
it.
that?
it's only 1,100. Rarity of 4.
Yeah, I mean, especially Mos Eisley being a place where bounty hunters tend to congregate, that is almost certainly something you could get there.
Yeah, that could be something we could get.
That one's much rarer.
Like, 'cause we would all have to chip in for that, wouldn't?
No,
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 it's-
1,100, like 1,100.
Oh, yeah. I could.
Yeah, they're meant to be slightly disposable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll spend for that one. So
Okay.
I'll have.
I feel like that's very fitting
I'll
for
have-
your character.
Make sure somebody writes it down.
You should write it down. So it's a AC-1 series surveillance droid.
Yeah, and
Where would I even put that on my? Would I put that under assets and resources?
You could, or just kind of in your equipment
Mhm.
category, just so you remember
Okay.
that you have it.
Okay.
And I have its statistics here.
Okay. I'll put it in my assets and resources. So AC-1 series surveillance droids.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean Dev isn't there, but a group of people do deliver enough crates of arms to fill your guys' hold.
Okay.
Very much a like we shouldn't be caught with this amount of weapons.
Good.
So you guys have those now.
Sweet. And what are the stats for this droid?
I will just send you a picture.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a vibro wax.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
wouldn't be the first person in one of our
Jesus,
campaigns,
but
and I can't say I blame you.
But
Wait, what is
in doing that, I
a
have to
vibro
replace the gaffy stick.
We'll call it the. It's still a gaffy whack. Just because you're using a vibro axe doesn't mean it's not a gaffy.
You can still keep the gaffy stick.
Well, I mean, I'm running out of inventory slots.
I got too many sticks. What I whack?
I mean, I suppose I just keep them.
This is what you do, Schooler. You buy yourself a secondary gaffy stick, and you dual wield them.
Jerry,
I think I have to two-hand.
I just
my
sent
vibro
you a
axe.
picture of the
By the
stats.
rules, I don't think you can do that.
Well, I'll just red vibro axe. Vibro axe. And where is?
I see Haas has gone to has made the jump to. You know what? I've decided to just be a monster in this game,
As is tradition.
So,
as is tradition.
So we have a smuggling mission. We have all those delivered to us. All
Yeah.
those weapons. We can do that smuggling job next. He bought a new axe. I'll save my money for now until I can find a port
Pierce
worth
to
cutting my arm
sunder,
off.
vicious 3.
I'm not too far off of it'll be able to afford some heavy battle armor.
How much is that?
It's 5,000.
Oh,
And I just spent. So I'm like 700 short. Basically.
you're like 700 short.
Yeah, because I just spent 750 on the vibro axe.
I mean, we have a ship fund.
I mean,
Can we all agree then to how much do you need to get battle armor?
the thing said 5,000.
What's
Is it-
the
is it-
rarity? of it?
Yeah, is it a rarity or? I'm.
It is a
right-
rarity though.
I'm right in that area, so let me.
No, I don't
You know
really.
what?
explain
Oh,
how
go
it works.
check.
I don't have the right book.
Heavy battle armor, restricted 5,000, rarity 7.
What is it? It's 1 defense and 2 soak.
Yes, 1 defense, 2 soak, 4 hard points for customization.
Oh my. You don't?
Heavy battle armor can be sealed and provide the same benefits as full body laminate armor as above, or it can take the form of a heavy vest and blast helmet. So if so it essentially also operates kind of like adverse environment gear, as far as like you can operate comfortably in essentially all environments.
How many hard points? Had 4 hard points?
Mm-hmm. So the big thing with it, Square, is that it's technically like a restricted item. So, essentially, how that works is anywhere that you are going to be arrested on sight by dint of being involved in a murder, or 9 murders, a kidnapping, and a theft, you would also be arrested for wearing heavy battle armor. So, like, scummy Outer Rim worlds, similar to like your scrap together laminate armor, scummy worlds doesn't matter so much. If you're interacting, if you're walking around Mos Eisley, it doesn't matter all that much if you guys go back to Coruscant, where you probably won't be welcome anyway.
It could be a problem.
It could be a problem.
I mean, you had a good point there where there's a few other things I'd get arrested for too. So, I mean,
think
if you guys don't mind me taking
said 750.
700 out of the
700.
Make me a.
So I had 50.
I'm
Also
gonna,
to
I'm
track
gonna,
it
I'm,
down.
yeah, I'm gonna have a streetwise check to try and track it down. This isn't a terrible
Okay.
spot to try and track it down again because this port's popular with bounty hunters. Partially because a lot of people they're hunting are here. The people they hunt are here. The people they work for are here. They're here. It's just the way things work. Just a. We'll do a hard one.
Can't double.
And again, you guys do have destiny points. Just Look
It's
at
your
him. You
destiny
have
to be in heavy battle armor.
I mean,
Uh,
it feels like my destiny.
he's standing there in the tailor, and that's what like the guy fitting him for the armor says is like, it's your destiny to wear this. And he's looking at himself in the mirror. He's like, kind of feels like my destiny.
So this just takes it down by one.
No, it'll upgrade
One of your greens
one of
become a
your
yellow.
greens to a yellow.
Oh, what do you guys think? Think I should do it?
Holy shit. I'm looking at,
Do you think I should do it? Holy shit! What?
I'm just looking at the options.
The armor attachments, yeah.
To like upgrade this stuff on you.
You know, I mean, it's just there's just stuff like the upgrade that just increases your brawn.
Which armor is he getting? The heavy battle armor?
Heavy battle.
Yeah.
It's like laminate. It's like Mandalorian armor, but different.
Oh.
Like you'd have a full sealed set.
It's something between like upgraded laminate armor and like Mandalorian armor.
What I was mostly looking at. How much is that? Anyway, do you, man? I'm all for it. I want to see you in heavy battle. I want to put you.
I just love the idea of
I feel
Haas
like
standing
that
there,
is
being,
not
like
that
looking at himself.
expensive.
He's trying.
That is Haas's character. Like he needs that.
It's just like I just love the idea of Haas in a like being
to the
fitted for the armor, and just
strange.
looking at himself in a mirror, and he's just like, it kind of feels like my destiny.
It's like it's him. This is a story turning point where Haas realizes he's no longer a Smash Ball player, but a brutal, dangerous bounty hunter
That bounty
with
I
no
got-
roots
I
at
got-
all.
but with no roots.
he is completely without roots. Oh my gosh.
2 successes, 2 threats.
2 successes, 2 threats. Okay. I mean, the threats are essentially just the fact that it's a restricted item. So, like, you do need to be careful about where you wear this, but you can find it for that price.
Okay.
Okay.
So somebody takes 700
Cortosis
and
Weave
5
is
705.
out of
Cortosis Weave puts out
Uh,
enhanced optic
take
suites,
Take 800. 'Cause that's just a
optical
lot of
camouflage system, strength enhancing system. The superior armor customization just like increases its stats just like straight. Thermal shielding system, vacuum sealed, so then it's a spacesuit.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I think there's something attached to the outside of the hull. Oh yeah, let me go check. Smashes it with a
How much would it? Am I able to
something.
do upgrades to my armor? Because I just have armored clothing.
Armored clothing. Let you know what? I'll go.
How should I deal with these? Oh wait.
Armored clothing has 1 hard point, 1 customization hard point.
Okay.
So if the armor upgrade that you're looking at doing only takes 1 point, then yes, you can absolutely do it. If you have the money.
Okay. Where can I find those?
Those are there is a short
in the
list of
equipment
them. They are in the equipment section. There is a list of them and there's a short list of them and then the descriptions. Starting on page 189.
So for each point of defense, he has a setback die, right? Isn't that
Yes.
how the defense works? So he would have 2 soak plus. Damn. Yeah, fair enough.
So
Seems good.
you want to give me the stats on that?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
still. Yeah, so. Heavy battle armor. 1 defense. 2 soak. 6 encumbrance.
Yeah, so enemies have a flat extra setback die, black setback die to hit you with all attacks from now on.
Has 4 hard points and is a rarity of soak.
It does have and it has
It has 4 hard points.
4 hard points, which we can look up again when you actually want to customize it. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah.
You can't afford it at the moment.
Okay.
I can't afford it.
Okay. I know
They
what I'm
are
gonna
expensive.
get for this. I am going to get the enhanced optics suite.
Okay, if you've got enough for it, that is something you can find.
What does that one do?
I do.
Enhanced optics, I think, is like just having built in like thermal and night vision and stuff like that.
It's just that you like ignore
Each
the
system is
setback
passive
dice.
light amplification, thermal signature readers, ultrasound pickups, millimeter wave emitters, video capture, and common optical enhancements. So it can also record video and stuff like that. removes
Where are
up
you
to
seeing
2.
that? I was just...
That's on page 194. Is the description. Remove up to 2 setback die added to all perception, surveillance, vigilance, and combat skill checks due to darkness, smoke, or other environmental effects that obscure vision. So you remember in the first session of the Grey Squadron campaign, Erickson, when to bust Dev Malior out of prison, I shot that vent and filled the place with smoke, and I was using macro binoculars or something like that to navigate with thermal vision. This is just
that built into your armor. That's sweet.
Is this?
And especially fits for my character.
Book, is it?
What is?
What's that?
I can't find that in this book.
The armor.
Heavy battle or.
It's not in that one. That's Force Investment.
Is that Force Investment? It is Force Investment.
It's on.
Yeah, the
It has
the rules are all the
battle
exact
robes and stuff
same,
like
but
that.
some of the stuff that's in them are a little different.
Well, that's so you've got a vibro axe and battle armor now. Yikes. I think. Does anyone else have any other money they wanted to spend?
I'm good.
I think that might be a decent place to call it for tonight.
Okay.
Because I gotta work
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Andrea has to
I
work
gotta
tomorrow
work in the
very
morning.
early in the morning tomorrow, and I don't want to keep her up with us.
Fine.
And next time we will be
do this
doing some
shipment.
smuggling and maybe something else.
Maybe something else.
Maybe something.
What are you talking about? There's nothing else going on.
There's no other plots weaving in behind the scenes.